geometry. So like I say, today we are starting a new course in that we're looking at the geometry of 2D shapes, but it is all still geometry. So we've completed straight line geometry. So we've looked at like angles on a straight line, angles around a point, vertically opposite, etc., etc. And all of those videos, like I say, are on Watobe's website. But today we're going to start looking at 2D shapes. So if you're joining us today, that's really cool. You're joining us right at the start of a course, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm so excited because it's a new course, meaning that everyone doesn't know anything at this point. We are assuming, even if you did it in school or you haven't done it in school, Teacher Sam is going to walk with us right through it to make sure that we understand. I'm so excited. I love this topic, Teacher Sam.
Me too. I love geometry as well. It was not my favorite subject. I mean, not my favorite thing in school, but I definitely love it a lot more now. It just comes with practice, guys. Okay, so this is sort of the part where I would very much suggest knowing how to take a screenshot. I wouldn't try and write down everything that I'm about to go through, just because it's not really something that we need to learn off by heart or anything like that. You just need to understand what the words mean. And so if I ever use them, you know what I'm talking about. So here I would definitely make sure you know how to take a screenshot as we go through this, so that you can just take a screenshot of this and refer back to it if and when you need to. Alrighty. So if we have a look, or if we're sort of starting with triangles, we need to know what a triangle is. So a triangle is a closed 3D shape that we can work with. So very importantly, it's got 3 sides. Whoopsie daisies. These 3 sides form a closed shape, and there's also 3 interior angles that we work with. Now, the reason I'm pointing all of this out is because some of this stuff is going to be really important when we start to do our reasons and our geometric reasons around triangles. Okay, so first things first is just looking at some definitions of different triangles that we can be working with. So again, like I said, don't try and get all of this down, just take a screenshot as we go along. Okay, so the first type of triangle that we have is a scalene triangle. So I've blocked this out. If you guys want to pop it in the chat, or you can raise your hand, someone can maybe tell me what is a scalene triangle.
Ooh, I see many hands. Amashe is first. Amashe, can you answer this one?
Afternoon, ma'am.
Hi, Mashle.
A scalene triangle is where only one side is equal. I mean, where none of the sides are equal.
Awesome, well done. Okay, so exactly, guys. A scalene triangle is where all 3 sides have different lengths. And what that then means is that all of the interior angles are different sizes. Okay, so I can see that coming through on the chat, and I can see it. Obviously, we've got it here. So well done. That is what a scalene triangle is. Right, does anyone want to maybe tell me what an isosceles triangle is?
Oh, I see many hands over there.
You can pop it in the chat as well, guys, if you want.
Yeah.
Shaba's waving.
Shaba, I'm on you. Let's hear.
Afternoon, ma'am. A scalene triangle is when 2 sides are equal base and 2 angles are equal.
Okay, awesome. So an isosceles triangle is exactly as Shaba has told us, one where 2 of our sides are equal. So a triangle where 2 of the 3 sides are the same length. And that then means, and we're going to get to this reason, so don't stress about it. That then means that the angles opposite those 2 sides are equal in size. Now, as I'm saying this, I realize that I haven't actually explained these little lines on the diagram, which most of you probably know, but just so that we are all on the same page, these little, like, I don't even know what you would call them, like little lines or little scratches on the sides of the triangles tell me whether or not sides are equal. So we can see for the scalene triangle, there's one scratch mark, 2 scratch marks, 3 scratch marks. That's telling me that all 3 sides are different lengths. If we pop on over to the scalene triangle, because they both have 2 lines, that's telling me that they are equal in length. Okay, so just that we understand what that is, and I do apologize for not letting you know sooner. Right, who wants to let me know what an equilateral triangle is? Oh, guys, so many hands. This is awesome.
Yeah, I see so many hands. So now it's going to go to Nkulumo. Nkulumo, would you like to answer the question?
Yes, ma'am.
What is an equilateral triangle?
An equilateral triangle is when all sides are equal and all angles are equal.
Woohoo, awesome. Could you go one step further and tell me what the angles are all equal to then?
They're all equal to, ma'am, I'm not sure.
Okay, no problem. That's absolutely fine.
Oh, I see it on the chat. Someone was winning on the chat.
Well done. Amatle's got it on the chat there. All angles are equal to 60 degrees. And again, guys, we're going to chat about all of this stuff, so don't stress too much. It's all going to come together. But exactly, an equilateral triangle is a triangle where all 3 sides are equal in length. And what that means is that all the inside or interior angles are the same size, and they're actually all equal to 60. Now, in my opinion, these 3 sort of classifications of triangles are the most important. We're going to have a look at some other ways we can classify triangles. There's one more that is quite useful to know, but these 3 are very useful to know in terms of triangles. So what I would do now is I would just take a screenshot of this before we move on, so that you can get the rest of it. But those are sort of our 3 classifications of triangles if we're looking at sides and angles. Alrighty. So if we now go and have a look at a slightly different way of categorizing our triangles, we can look specifically at their angles. So I don't know how many of you will know this because there aren't ones that are very common, but please by all means give it a try. Can anyone tell me what an acute angled triangle would then be? And you can pop it in the
Guys,
chat.
we are just spreading the love, okay? I'm going to go to Nadia. Nadia, do you have an answer for us? I see Nadia is very focused, guys. Nadia. Okay, she doesn't look like she can see or she can hear us. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so Nadia, it's your turn to answer. What's an acute angle triangle? Would you like to have that one a try? Okay, she disappeared. So this will be for Buntle. Buntle, we are all yours.
Ma'am, an acute angle triangle is all three interior angles are smaller than 90 degrees.
Awesome, well done. Okay, guys, that is exactly it. We know, or if we don't know, we now do know that an acute angle is an angle that's somewhere between 0 and 90. So as Bonteles just said, smaller than 90 degrees. So an acute angle triangle is one where all of the angles inside the triangle are less than 90 degrees. What that means basically is that they're all acute angles. So that's another way we can classify triangles using their angles. Okay, does anyone maybe want to tell me what an obtuse angle triangle is?
Okay, let's see. Kayla, I'm on you, Kayla.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, Kayla.
Hi.
An obtuse angle is an angle that is more than 90 degrees.
Awesome. Okay, exactly. So an obtuse angle triangle is then going to be one where one of the angles is bigger than 90 degrees. Now, obtuse angles are between 90 and 180. Okay, so if we have a look at our beautiful diagram over here, this angle in blue, it's a bit squiggly, but it's all right. That would be our obtuse angle. Okay, now we can only have one obtuse angle in a triangle because it's a 3-sided shape. But one of the ways, like I said, to classify triangles is to use the angles. So we can get obtuse angle triangles. Right, I can see people asking for screenshots. Let's just finish this off, and then what I'll do is I'll make it smaller so that we can see all 6 and we can take a screenshot of all 6. Okay. Right. Excuse me. Right, finally, who can tell me what a right angled triangle is?
This one will go to Shireen. Would you like to answer this one, Shireen? Shireen, are you there? Okay, Tiamo, we are all yours.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
A right angle triangle is a triangle with one angle which is equal to 90 degrees.
Awesome. Well done. Thank you. Right. So guys, exactly. A right angle triangle is one where one interior angle is 90 degrees. And someone actually put a really nice definition on the chat as well. Anake said on the chat, a right angle triangle is one where the largest interior angle is 90 degrees and the other two are acute angles, which is an awesome, awesome definition as well. So well done. But basically, guys, sorry, my voice is a bit croaky. I don't know what's happening. But basically, one of the interior angles is 90 degrees. Now, we have discussed this, and if you're new, don't stress. You can go watch the videos. Remember, this little square or this little block that is shown on a diagram in geometry means that an angle is 90 degrees. So whenever you see that, you know that that size is 90 degrees. Okay, so guys, what I'll do now is I'll just make this a little bit smaller so that you can take a screenshot of all of those. I unfortunately can't tell you how to take a screenshot because it's your device. If you're really confused, maybe just take out your phone and take a picture so that at least you've got that down. Okay, we all got it. Alrighty, guys, so let us have a look at our very first reason that we're going to use in triangles. Whoopsie. So the first reason we're going to chat about is sum of angles in a triangle. Now, basically what this means, and we sort of have already mentioned it earlier, but we'll get to all of that as we go along. What this means is that any triangle that you work with, scalene, obtuse, right angle, any triangle that you work with, when you add all three of the interior angles together, they should add up to 180 degrees. So this is what this little block is saying. If I add angle A plus angle B plus angle C, I must get 180 degrees because angles in a triangle add up to 180. Right, so that is sort of one of our first reasons that we're going to have a look at here. And guys, remember in geometry, whenever you make a statement, you always have to give a reason. So my reason here is what I've put in the block, sum of angles in a triangle. So that's the reason we will write down when doing these questions. Okay, so let's have a look at our first example. Oops. So if we have a look at this, we've got a triangle. We've been given two of the angles there. And we are wanting to work out x. So I'm going to do this one first with you just to show you how we can set it up. If you guys are really confident to go straight to your answer, as I've said before, that's absolutely fine. But I'm just going to set it out step by step so that we're all very clear on what's happening. Right, so the first thing that I know is that if I add up all of these angles, I should get 180. So that means that I can set up an equation. X plus 40 plus 70 must give me 180 degrees. Now, remember, I've made a statement, so I have to give a reason. And my reason here, as we've just learned, is sum of angles in a triangle. Now, guys, you can write your reason exactly as I've done it. So the angles you can use with, I know, the little lopsided L. And if you ever want to write triangle, you can actually just draw a triangle if you want to. That's absolutely fine. And now we can go and solve our equation. So remember, we have to use our inverse operations, which means we have to subtract 70 and 40 on both sides. So that would look something like x is equal to 180 minus 40 minus 70. And so x is equal to 70 degrees. Right, and I saw some lovely answers coming in on the chat, so well done, everyone. Okay, so 70 degrees. A follow-on question from this is, what sort of triangle does this make? This triangle that I've given you. If I've got two angles that are 70 degrees, can someone tell me what sort of triangle I'm working with here? Okay.
I heard someone trying to answer, and the person is not muted, and I don't know who is the person.
Okay, you pick
some hands. I see some hands.
Awesome.
Abiwe, would you like to answer that question?
Yes. I
Tell
said
me.
it's an isosceles triangle.
Awesome. Well done. Okay, guys, so exactly, it's an isosceles triangle because we've got two angles that are equal in size. And if you go back to your screenshot that you took of those like definitions of the triangles that we had, it's an isosceles triangle. Okay, well done, everyone coming through on the chat. Isosceles is indeed the case. Right, so guys, if your hand's up to answer the question, you can pop it down. We're going to do another question, so you'll get a chance to answer in a second. Let's have a look at, take a screenshot if you need to. Remember, if you don't get everything down, just take a screenshot as we go along so that you've got everything that you need. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. So I'd like you to give this one a try by yourselves. Remember, I've told you that this little square thing that we put in diagrams in geometry means that that angle size is 90 degrees. Okay, so whenever you see that square, you know it's 90 degrees. So I would like you to tell me, and remember with reasons, what the size of X is. Okay, got it. Remember those reasons, guys, super important. Oh, already seen some hands. Awesome, well done. Now just give everyone a second or two to answer. And some great answers on the chat as well, guys. Well done. Okay. Linda, would you like to pick someone or is it on me?
No, I can. I see. I'm trying
Awesome.
to. Oh, wait, what? How?
Leica.
Don't kill me, Leica. Yes, Leica. I think she said it was Leica. Leica, it's your turn.
Hey, tell us.
I said it's X plus 46 degrees plus 90 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. And my reason was sum of interior angles.
Awesome.
And then I said X is equal to 180 degrees minus 90 degrees minus 46 degrees, which is equal to 44 degrees.
Awesome. Well done, Leica. Thank you. Okay, I caught up eventually. Awesome. Well done.
Well done. You did so well, Leica.
Okay, so guys, just quickly, the reason there, Leica's reason was a little bit different to mine, but that's okay. As long as you get across that you are working with the interior angles of a triangle, adding up to 180 degrees, that's fine. So if your reason is a little bit different to what, or if the reason you've learned at school is a little bit, oh, show my English tonight, sorry. If the reason that you learned at school is a bit different to the reason I'm using, that is fine. You have been told something and that's okay. It will mean exactly the same thing as what I'm saying. Reason is, at the end of the day, the fact that all three angles in a triangle must add up to 180 degrees. Okay, awesome. Well done. Guys have got this. Right, guys, if your hands are up to answer the question, you can put them down and hopefully for the next one. However, if you have questions, please keep them up and then we can answer any questions that you might have. Okay.
Okay, so I guess those answers are up to ask questions. Amahle, are you sure you want to ask a question? Amahle, are you there? Okay.
Sorry,
Amahle
ma'am,
wants
I
to-
raised it up by accident.
Don't worry.
Oh. Okay, so guys, and all of you who are not muted, can you please just mute yourself? I don't know what happened. Maybe when you wanted to answer the question. You see, this is the reason why I want everyone to
ma'am.
mute yourself. Okay. Okay, now we can start. So Nomi, do you have a question? Kamukhana, I'm gonna come to you, okay? Just want Nomi to ask a question so we can move.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
I want to ask, how do you get the reason of the angle?
So the reasons are just ones that we have to learn. So if we go, I'm gonna scroll, sorry. There we go. If we just go back up here, it's just like a geometric fact at the end of the day, that if I add all of the angles up in a triangle, they add up to 180. So the reasons we just have to learn as we go along in geometry and apply them in like the correct context. Does that make
Oh,
sense?
so it's like general knowledge that we have to learn.
Kind of, yeah. You just have to learn the reasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Nice.
Sure.
Nice, Nomi. Write them down, guys. I hope that all of you took a screenshot of that diagram that had different things and different reason. It's exactly what we're using here, because I see so many hands now ask questions. So my peeps, if you are still confused on what was going on how did we get 70 at X, you can still raise your hand up, or you can put your question on the chat so that I can help teacher Sam, okay? Because there's many of you and we need to move. We love to talk to all of you. Okay, so Watu, I'm gonna come to you. What's your question?
Yeah, and I don't understand what's happening.
Sorry, Watu, can you please repeat that? You were glitching on my side. I don't know on teacher
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah.
I just got here.
Sorry.
I just got.
Oh, okay. Just we're gonna do a couple more examples and stuff, so don't worry. But what we're basically doing is we're looking at the reason sum of angles in a triangle and how we use it. So we are gonna do more examples.
Okay.
Okay.
So there is 5394033. You better give me your name so I can change the numbers to your name, okay? But we are all yours. What's your question?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am, I wanted to verify, are all triangles, do they all add up to 180 degrees, like all of them?
Every single one.
Okay, ma'am, that's all I wanted to ask. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Well done.
Okay, so we can go to Kamorelo. Would you like to ask your question?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am, the one I did for number 2, I said 90 minus 46, and it gave me 44. So I wanted to know that how did you guys get to 180? I mean, it's a right angle, it's up to 90. So it's a bit confusing when you.
So just remember that we're looking for the size of X, which is one of the angles in the triangle. And so we're using 180 degrees because I know that if I add the 3 angles in the triangle, so the X, the 90, and the 46, I should get 180. Now, technically what you've done isn't wrong, because we know that if we said 180 minus 90, I'm left with 90. And so you can say 90 minus 46. But the reason you can do that is because of angles in a triangle, is because one of them was 90 degrees.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Alrighty, guys. So let's try one more and then we will have a break. Okay, so if you guys can do this one, remember your reasons and we will have a break. I hear you. It's coming, but give this one a try first, and then we will do our brain break. Remember all your reasons. Don't forget that.
We can do this, my pibs. So remember that, whoa, I can already see a lot of hands. So guys, you can take screenshots. You can do everything after we have answered what X equals to, okay? So I can see so many hands. I hope those hands is to answer. And those of you that still have questions, please make sure that as we do more examples, you get to understand. And if not, you are more than welcome to put your questions on the chat. So right now I'm gonna go to Zianda. Zianda, would you like to answer?
Yes, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So for the answer, I said x plus 130 degrees plus 20 degrees equals 150, and then x equals 180 degrees minus 150 degrees, which also equals 30 degrees. And then
Okay,
the reason for that is some angles on a triangle, in a triangle.
Awesome. Okay, sorry, I'm playing catch up here, but we'll get there. Right, so exactly, guys, as Yanda said, we know that x plus 130 plus 20 must give us 180 because of sum of angles in a triangle. And then we just use our inverse operations to go and solve for x. So Zianda had actually gone and added 130 and 120 first, which is absolutely fine. So it really doesn't matter, however you're more comfortable doing it. But at the end of the day, we do get that x is 30 degrees. Okay, so I saw that coming in. Well done. And again, it's because of angles in a triangle. They all have to add up to 180 degrees. Okay, well done, guys. If your hands are still up to answer, you can pop them down. We're going to have a bit of a brain break now, and then we'll carry on with some examples. Okay, if your hand's still up, I'm assuming you have a question.
Yeah, I think I saw these hands before. So guys, remember, if we don't get to you, you are allowed to put your question on the chat, okay? Eventually we'll get to you. So Kamukelo, what's your question?
Ma'am, I don't have a question. I'm sorry. I forgot to put my hand down. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no,
that's
no,
okay. Don't stress.
Okay, Shaba, we are all yours. What's your question? Go.
Ma'am, I made a mistake. So what I did, I added 180 degrees with 130, and then I subtracted with 20.
Okay, so just remember you have to minus the 130. But well done on picking up your mistake. That's very good. Well done.
Okay, so I think now we only have Amatle. Guys, remember you're allowed to put your questions on the chat. Amatle, what's your question?
Ma'am, I wanted to ask teacher Sam, are all the angles always going to be 3? So it's always going to be 3 sets of numbers in the triangle that you have to add up.
I just want to make sure, did you say 3?
Yes.
Yeah, so because in a triangle, we've got 3 angles, yes.
Okay.
And they'll always add up to 180.
Okay, then ma'am, when you're asking us about how many angles, I mean, how many degrees an angle adds up to, there were many answers in the chat talking about 60. So
right at the beginning.
Yes.
Okay, that's just because in an equilateral triangle, all of the sides are equal and all of the angles are equal. So if I have to equally spread 180 degrees, 180 divided by 3 is 60. So that's why the answer would be 60.
Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
No problem. Okay, guys, I am going to move to the brain break just so that those of you who don't have questions can give it a try.
It's 30.
We're looking for apples lemons and watermelons here. And sorry.
This is 3 plus.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So,
say 2 plus 4.
Please mute yourself. What was Shaba? Because I think I tried to mute you, but I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't mute you because you took out your hand.
Okay, so guys, remember, brain break. If you're not going to do it, that's absolutely fine. Give it a try. Otherwise, at least get up, stretch, move your body, get the blood flowing. Like I say, what we're trying to do is find the value of the red apple, the lemon, the green apple, the watermelon, and the orange. So there's actually quite a few going on here. You don't necessarily have to start with the very first line. You might want to start with the second line, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But give it a try. Okay, and like I say, if you're not gonna give it a try, that's really not the end of the world, but just make sure you are just having a bit of a stretch before we carry on, because otherwise your bodies are gonna get tired. Okay, Nadia, do you have answers for us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, tell me.
Ma'am, I did the second one and I say 3 plus 3 is equal to 6.
Awesome. Okay, so for that second one, we know because we've got 2 green apples, they have to be the same. And the only 2 numbers that are the same that add up to 6 are 3 plus 3. Awesome, Nadia, well done. Okay. So that means that every time I see a green apple, I can put down the number 3. So Yolisa, do you want to carry on? Do you want to give me something else? Yolisa? Oh, okay. Tando, do you maybe want to help?
Yes, ma'am. Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
So, ma'am, I did the first one.
Okay.
The red apple is 5 and the lemon is 1.
Okay, so Tando, hang on 2 seconds and let's see if we can figure this out. I'm going to go to this line here. If the green apple is 3, what should the red apple be in order for me to get 4?
1.
1. Okay. So the red apple is 1, which means that your lemon is 5.
5.
Do you agree?
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Well done. Okay, guys. So now we know what the lemon is. We know what the red apple is. We still need the orange and we still need the watermelon. So, Sejo, what do you want to tell me?
So, the watermelon is 7.
Awesome. Well done. Okay, we know the Okay, guys, we know the watermelon is 7 because 5 plus 2 gives me 7. So every time I'm seeing a watermelon, I can pop 7 in there. Thank you, Tejo. Well done. Right. Oh, we've got so many hands. This is awesome, guys. Banele, what do you want to tell me?
Ma'am, the last one, ma'am. Oh, hey, ma'am. Hey, ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am,
Which last
I
one?
wanna ask, ma'am, I said 5 plus 7 plus 2 equals to 14.
Okay, cool. So are you telling me that the orange is 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Well done. Okay, so the orange is 2, guys, which means exactly we've got 5 plus 7 plus 2, which is 4. Oh, golly, 14. Well done. Okay, guys. So if you didn't get it, don't stress. It's just a fun little thing to do while we take a little bit of a break before we carry on with our geometry. But essentially, those were the values that you needed to get for your apples, lemon, watermelon, and oranges. Okay, I hope you enjoyed my joke for the day. Now that we know about triangles and their angles, Hopefully it makes sense. Okay, are we ready to do some geometry? Thumbs up, thumbs down. In the chat, your reaction, I don't mind. Are we ready? Bontle, thank you for appreciating my joke. Okay. I'm seeing some thumbs up. Awesome. Right, guys, we can do it. Let's do it. Ooh. Okay, so that's where we were at. Oh, sorry, she's a bit distorted, but it's fine. I would like you to try and tell me what the question mark angle is. So these angles are a bit fuzzy. I do apologize. Let me draw over them so that they're a bit clearer. This is 94. This is 23. And what I'm looking for is this question mark over here. If let's just call this question mark X so that we can set it up nicely for ourselves. Alrighty. So if your hands are up, we've done the brain break, so you can pop them down. We're looking for the question mark. I've labeled it X just to help us a little bit, but that's what I want from you. Remember your reasons. I'm going to give you a minute or two to have a look, and then we can get some answers. Seeing some great ones coming in on the chat. Well done, everyone.
Yeah, let's go, my pibs. You guys are doing really great today, by the way. I'm like, wow. Look at Teacher Sam's learners.
They are
killing it. Okay, can they answer?
Guys. Awesome, ready.
Hey, Yolisa, on you. Let's go. Yolisa, can you hear us? Yolisa Kele. Unmute yourself, my pets.
Oh, no.
Okay. So Yolisa, you can also put your answer, okay, on the chat, because it looks like you can't unmute on your side. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Kulule. I'm spreading the love, guys. Kulule, I think Kulule disappeared. Ah, there we go.
X plus 94 plus 23 equals 180.
And what's your reason?
Then sum of angles in interior.
Sum of angles in triangle.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
and then
going.
I see X equals to 180 minus 94 minus 23 equals X. So X equals to 63.
Awesome. Well, oh, maybe I should write that properly. Awesome. Well done. Thank you so much. X is 63. Okay, guys. So exactly, angles in a triangle. We know that when we add them all up, we must get 180. And so we've got X is equal to 63. Awesome. Okay. If your hands are up for a question, you can leave them up. Otherwise, we have answered. So we're going to move on and then keep putting your hand up for the next one.
Yes, my babes. So all those hands that I see, I think it was to answer. Amahle, especially you. I know that that hand is not up there to answer. I mean to ask a question. So I'm going to count to, woo, my dog is helping me here to count to 3 so that you guys can put your hands down if you were to answer. But if it's for a question, keep it up. I'm going to start with Lungile while Amahle is still on. There we go. Amahle disappeared as suspected. Oh, look, Teacher Sam, we don't have anyone. Sorry, it looks like I muted you. Oh, Onalena has a question. Onalena, you can ask your question.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am, I just wanted to ask, for the numbers, can we start with any number?
when you say like say 94 plus 23 plus x.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as you're adding them all together.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, guys, you're doing so well. Let's try this one here. Okay, so again, sorry, my numbers are a bit fuzzy. This is 38 degrees, and obviously now I can't draw. 38. Again, it's a question mark, but let's call it x, that we're all on the same page. And this is 17 degrees down at the bottom there. So I would like x. Remember your reasons. And remember all of your steps and all of your working out if you need to show it. And guys, your steps might look a little bit different. You can see Handra's put an option on the chat there. That's absolutely fine, just as long as you are using the right reasons and doing your maths properly. Okay, already some answers coming through. Well done, guys.
Okay, who's ready to answer? Can they answer, Teacher Sam?
I'm ready.
Oregon. I hope I'm pronouncing it nicely. Ooh, Oregon just jumped somewhere. Ah, there we go.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Hello, ma'am. I said x plus 38 plus 17 must equal to 180.
Good. And what's your reason? Oh, sorry.
Some angle in a triangle.
Good.
Yes, ma'am. And then I said x is equal to 180 minus 38.
Yeah.
Minus 17, ma'am.
Good.
Therefore, x is equal to 125.
Fantastic.
Okay,
Well
ma'am.
done.
Thank you, ma'am.
You nailed it, man. Well done.
Okay, guys, exactly. That is it. Sum of angles in a triangle. Okay, so we're getting the hang of this, hopefully. We've done a lot of practice of these. We do have one or two more that we're going to have a look at in the last couple minutes. If your hand's up for a question, please do leave it up. Otherwise, you can pop your hand down because we have got an answer to our question now.
Screenshots. If it's not there, if your hand is not there to ask a question, lower it down like Teacher Sam said. If it's there to ask a question, you can keep it up. So I'm gonna count to 3. Buntle, Shariza, and Tumelo, I hope those hands are up there to ask a question. There we go. We are only left with Tumelo. Tumelo, let's see if that's a question.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Tumelo.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am, I wanted to ask if can I please answer the next question?
Oh, you're ready.
Okay, Tumelo, you can just keep your hand up there. I'm just gonna mute you, but don't remove your hand.
Okay. Right, guys. So let us have a look. Okay, ignore the brain break. We've obviously done the brain break. I think it might be time for something a little bit step up here. Okay, so you can ignore the numbering. You number it how you want to number it. We've got our triangle here. We've got 40, 65, and then the whole angle down at the bottom is x plus 83, right? So this is my 40-degree angle. This is my 65-degree angle. And this is my 83-degree angle, just so that we're all clear. So I want from you, what is x? While you're doing that, just remember, any triangle that we have, the interior angles will always add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so that is why we're always using 180, because any triangle that I work with, I'm going to get 180 degrees when I add the angles together, just in case that wasn't clear. Remember your reasons.
Okay, I've already seen some answers on the chat. Is it fine if Tumelo can give us some answers?
Absolutely.
Hey, Tumelo, we are all yours. Let's go. Dumelo, are you still there? Or do you need some help, Dumelo?
Yeah, ma'am, I'm still working on it. Ish.
That's okay. No worries, Dumelo. No worries. We appreciate you. So keep on working on it. I think that okay. So Dumelo will put his answer also on the chat. Is that fine, Teacher Sam? Should I?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So we have Azandre. Azandre, we haven't spoken to you today. So Azandre, can you please teach us this one?
So I said x plus 65 plus 40 plus 83 will give us 180 degrees. Then x will equal to 180 degrees minus 40 plus minus 64 minus 83. Therefore, x will give us a negative 8.
Okay, sorry, I lost my pen and then I panicked. Right, I'm catching up. Oh, panic. Sum of angles in triangle. Sorry, I'm getting there. Okay, so we use our inverse operations to solve for x. And so exactly, guys, in this case, x is negative 8. Now remember, whilst we don't get negatives, I'm sorry, that's very messy. Whilst we don't get negatives a lot, it can happen. And if anyone's keeping an eye on the chat, Sherazad actually made a very good observation in that if you were to add 40, 65, and 83, you're already over 180. So it would have to be a negative answer in order to get us to 180 degrees that we know all of those triangles must add up to. So that's a really good observation. Well done. And exactly, our answer here is negative 8. Nice, guys. You're doing so well.
Well done, my pibs. Can I run the... Is it fine if I run the poll or...
Can I have a quick look? Let's see if we've got an easiest one. Yeah, let's run the poll. We'll do some more of this on Wednesday.